The patch was not a gift. The border collie dropped it at the mail carrier's shoe, then turned toward the orange hook behind the mailbox row again. The carrier smiled and tucked the bright patch into the satchel, because a calm dog bringing fabric looked harmless, almost like a familiar daily route habit now. But the next delivery day, the same patch came back from the alley side, clean, flat, and too specific to feel random anymore there again today. By the fourth visible stop, even a neighbor smiled at the routine, while the carrier noticed the same clip notch and rubbed corner on it every time. The patch looked like gear, not a toy. Its seam and dull reflective strip matched the kind of thing that belongs on equipment somewhere. So the carrier left it on the mailbox, expecting the dog to lose interest. Instead, the dog stepped back toward the alley line without moving closer. The carrier tried clipping it to the satchel. The dog ignored that answer and kept facing the same clean alley mouth. Not the bag at all. When the patch went back on the mailbox, the dog returned it to the shoe and looked toward the hook again, making the route feel less cute and more exact. By then the easy answer felt solid. Maybe the dog wanted the carrier to keep the patch, or return it somewhere near the mailboxes right there. The orange hook fit that guess enough to keep the carrier looking, but the patch itself still seemed like the whole clue there for now. One detail refused to fit. The dog only settled when the carrier's hands and attention turned away from the mailbox row, toward that orange hook again. So the carrier stopped treating the patch like a present, and followed the dog's gaze to the clean storage hook, slowing down instead of pocketing it again this time. At the hook, nothing was missing from the hook itself. The patch only made sense when the dog looked down beside it, toward folded orange fabric below on the ground. There, a folded orange fabric edge sat near a small carrier setup, quiet and ordinary, partly hidden by the wall under the hook in plain daylight. The carrier held the patch over a bare rectangle on that fabric. The edges matched, but the full shape still stayed covered beneath it. For a second, it looked solved. Until the fabric shifted and showed there was more than a loose piece missing from that spot near the hook after all. The mailbox row pulled the carrier back for one more wrong check, while the dog stayed fixed on the hook side setup behind them without a sound. The carrier compared the patch to mailbox edges and a small orange marker. None of them matched the seam or the clip notch on the patch. Then the first frame changed meaning. That orange hook had been behind the dog every time the patch touched the shoe, quietly lining up there with the same bright fabric. Back at the hook, the carrier unfolded the orange pet vest, aligned the patch, and clipped it into the empty spot on the front right there. The dog looked at the restored vest and left the patch alone. That was the quiet part that made the pattern clear at last for everyone. The next route pass mirrored the first. Same shoe, same mailbox, same dog, no patch on the ground. It stayed clipped to the vest, where the delivery had pointed.